Hey there, welcome to Deb's Thing. This is Debbie, and today I'll be showing you how to make one of my original designs, which I call Crowning Glory. And I'm showing it like this because it is hard to appreciate the effect this has if you were to look at it straight, from a bird's eye view. When you put it on the wrist, it stands very prominent. Can you see that? Like that. So I thought it was aptly named, and I called it Crowning Glory. This one is previewed in part 1 of my introduction to my original design collection as 3AH. I like the blue and the green better. I wanted to do warmer colors, and even though there's a strong contrast between the pink and the darker maroon, for some reason, I don't know, I think it's because I like blues and greens better. So, to get on with the demonstration, we will be placing the 3 bars with the arrows away from you, the diagonal, just like the video I just did, Tiny Tiara. It was created based off of this design. You know, your brain makes one thing, and says, well, what if I do this and that, make little adjustments. And so from Tiny Tiara came Crowning Glory. We will place our initial band right here. That is going to be the first band of our extension later on. It's just easier to access that way. And then, as in Tiny Tiara, the whole first section of this will be exactly the same. Yes. Keep it centered here. Okay. And we will just go up the 1 bar on the left. Okay. Now, you know what, I'm so sorry. I didn't show you the colors. I'm going to be using gray. That was the first color. And then I'll be using the neon orange. I think because of the complexity of the design that more than 2 colors may look just too chaotic. So I've been sticking with a 2-color design. We'll go back to the very first post and do 2 bands up to this post, and then skip 1 bar, and then going towards the top of the triangle we place 2 more, and we will do this all the way up like this, where you start the base of your next triangle where this one ended. And then you will take the gray color, or whatever your second color is, and you will cap the point of each. You do it that way, cap the point of each triangle. The other way is to place a band on your hook, wrap it around once, hold it with your fingers, stretch it out, and place it over. Or you can twist stretch and place it like that, although I think that's messier. So work on that, and I will be back to show you stage 2 of this design. Alrighty, your loom at this point will look like this. You can either look at it as a triangle, or the orange color makes a zigzag as you go up, and at the point of each of these triangles you will be capping it with the color you used for the base. Now we will be taking the gray color, and on the second post we will be making a series of triangles. So you go 2 this way, skip this one, go over to this one, and place 2 bands going towards the top of the triangle. And then starting at the base where you ended this one, you will start your 2 band placement towards the empty post right there, and then you will come down, skip this one, and go over to this one and place 2 going towards the outside. Now these, as you're going along, or you can wait to after you've placed all your triangles, your gray triangles, you will be again capping these off, but with the opposing color. Okay, I'll finish mine up and show you how to loop it back. I hope I didn't leave you a little confused here, because if you count, there are 6 orange triangles, but there will be only 5 of the gray ones, so you will end it here. Obviously, if you tried to go here, there's no way to continue on. So you'll end there. You have caps of the opposing color. Now you will take the other color, not the gray but the orange, and you're going to go straight up the loom like this. And when you're at the end, cap it with the color you plan on using for your extension. If you remember, I have a gray here, so that's what I will use for the cap, because that'll be band 1 of the extension on that end. And so we will quickly cap it and move on to, oh, I'm sorry, did I have that on screen? I'll do it again real quick. I just do the capping like that, or as I've shown, you can use your fingers and double it up like this and place it over. Well, I wasn't able to get right back to this, so I can't quite remember what my last words were in the last section of this video, but where I'm at on the loom is that it has been completely banded and the cap has been placed on the end. So now we will proceed to turn it around so that the arrow is pointing towards us, and we will begin the loop back process. That's a little complicated, but if you pay attention, it'll make sense. So we're obviously going to start right here and take these bands down to the last row of bands, reach last bar, reach all the way in and grab that one. Oops, there's my mistake because I'm not paying attention. I am so sorry. Okay, first step on what not to do. So I've got to get that yellow one down kind of the bottom. Okay, this is what I wanted to point out. You can't immediately do this one first, which is how it was done in the Tiny Terror video, because these are in the way. So we are going to leave this one here for now, and then do this. As I told you to be careful. I should have told myself. Now we can come back and do this one. Okay, now this one is on top, so that's really easy. And on this section, this one is on top, so we do that. But now here we come. If we did this one, we've got, oops, we do this one. We can't do this one because we have this in the way. So we're going to come up here and do these gray. And then we can come back and do the orange. Okay. Now this gray, if you look at this is the middle pin, this gray set of bands is on top of the orange. So we do the gray first, and with the gray cleared out, we can do the orange. Just make sure you go all the way down and grab the correct band. Okay, now we come up. The orange is not on the top, the gray is. So we will do the gray. And then the orange. Do the gray again. And then the orange. Whoops. If that happens, just put your band back on. Come on. And recap it. Move your finger if you need to keep that cap band from popping off. Okay, now we're back to this one being on top, so we have to skip up to this one. Probably got it figured out by now, but I'm almost at the end, so I will just keep going to the end here. Oops. Like I said, you have to pay attention or else you'll get yourself going the wrong way. But it's pretty obvious. I mean, as you saw at the beginning, I inadvertently grabbed the wrong selection first, and it easily got all confused. Okay, so this is on the top. Then we do this one. Oh, this picture's getting so. Okay, and last but not least, we will do this. Now we're almost finished. We are first going to reach in here, grab this yellow band, or orange. Kind of a, whoops, that's not the right one, I don't think. Nope, it isn't. So sometimes if you want to make sure you've got the right one, you can go off to the side and look at it, pull it up. Let's see. Oops, my camera. Sorry about that. I'm touching buttons. Okay, you're going to go all the way up, reaching, getting that yellow. I mean orange. It's school bus yellow, right? Not school bus orange. And I should point out, since there are some of the side bands underneath this one, you're not reaching for the very bottom yellow band. You're reaching for the correct one, which is this one right here. See that? How that works? And I'll show you one more time. We're looking for this one. Okay, so to save a little bit of length of this recording, go into the neon orange all the way up, and then after you would complete that, then you can come back and do the gray all the way up. Okay, so first do all the orange and then come back, reach all the way down now, because as you can see, it is the very bottom. Hold up. I can do this because I've already looped the orange ones up here. So all the orange and then come back and do all the gray up to here, and then I will show you how to place the extension. Okay, we're almost done. This is how your loom will look with all the bands looped. Now, I saved this last one. I should probably mention it earlier, but it's just a general tip that when your bands, if you notice, might be tight, so you can push them down so you have room for the next incoming band to sit. And if you pull it out a little before doing that, it loosens it up so that it's not so taut like this one here. I don't know if you can see this one right here. I didn't do that, and it's like really thin and tight, where under here it's real thick. I mean, once you take it off the loom, it'll even out. But if you want a nicer, more consistent teardrop here, you'll want to kind of pull it out, and that kind of gives a little more wiggle room. So now we are ready to do the caps, and once again I have, excuse me, elbow, failed to have enough bands for the extension. Okay, sorry about that. So I placed the first extension here, or the extension band here. I used 10 total for a 6 1/4 inch wrist. That seems to be a little snug on a real tight weaved band bracelet, and a little loose if it's a non-tightly woven bracelet. And then the cap on this end is another band for the extension. So that's 2 already. So with this one already half on, it's much easier by just reaching down, grabbing it, pulling it over your peg, placing your band on top like that. Turn the hook upside down, grab a band, and gently pull it through those 2 loops. Turn your hook upright, place the other half of that band on your hook, and keep repeating this. It's not too difficult once you get the hang of it, and out of all the different ways I've been you know, trying to place the extension on, I like this the best. Okay, one more, so this will be my 5th on this side. And it's more like your traditional bracelet where the clasp or clip is on the underside of your wrist and not off to the side. So now you take your clip with it opening up with your band stretched out between your finger, it pops right on nice and easily. Now we can start releasing. And this one should not be too difficult. Yeah, it's easy enough to do all by hand. And there you have your crowning glory. It pretty much looks the same on either side. Now we will find, that's the band 1 of the extension, that it's your cap. And with your arrows pointing towards you, I will be placing 4. So that I'll have a total of 5 on this side. And for you post calculator, not post calculator, but calculator era mathematicians, 5 plus 5 is 10. I'm just joking. So now we just reach in and grab the bands and bring it up to the last one. I place my finger as I pull this off to hold it on. Reach around, grab your clip again with the opening upright. Stretch these bands here so that it pops on very easily. And there you have crowning glory. If you like this design or video, feel free to like it and share it with your friends. I'm sorry, I had an itchy finger. And if you want to see more of my original designs, be sure to subscribe to Deb's Thing so you don't miss any of them. I'm trying to be regular in uploading these, but life is not so kind as to allow such regularity. So if you subscribe, when I get around to posting them, you won't miss them. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.